I'm going to be showing you guys how I started my own sneaker holder business and every step it took to get started and the materials I needed, etc. Before I get started today, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, once we reach 7,000 subscribers, I will be giving away 100 bucks. We are almost there, so go ahead and help a brother out. Without further ado, let's get on into the video. If you're not familiar with my sneaker holders slash sneaker pots, this is something I started doing, I want to say about a year and a half ago. I started making these shoe pots because obviously I'm a sneakerhead, and at some point I wanted to try to not just do reselling, like selling shoes. I wanted to kind of put some art behind it, and I got an idea to start making these shoe pots. All right, so obviously I got inspired by seeing other people make them, but the difference between how they were making them were with they were using the 3D printers to make them. Now I just kind of wanted to make something a little bit more unique and just a little different, and I started to use and make them with cement. The reason I went with cement is because with this as your canvas, you can actually paint it however you want. So I wanted to have something where it gives either kids or just people in general something to paint for themselves, to paint it in whatever colorway you'd like. So this is usually what it will look like before painting it. Just a standard gray looking color. It is pretty heavy. Each one of these probably weigh anywhere between 4 to 5 pounds. And we do hand paint every single one. Now, I sell them plain, so that way if you want to paint them yourself or give your kids something to paint, you can. And then also I will do custom orders for painting them for you in whatever colorway you'd like. Now, a couple of the stuff that I needed to get was some of my silicone molds. I'm not going to show you that. If you're going to figure out how to find it, you can figure out how to find it. I'm not going to give you the sauce. However, I did have to get some silicone molds for the shoes that I wanted to make. So I started with getting a Jordan 1 and a Jordan 4 because those were at the time the most popular Jordans, and even kind of now those are still the most popular Jordans, 4s and 1s. So those are the ones I went with. And from there, I did my first show locally just to see how they would do, and they actually did really good. I'll show you guys a couple clips of some of my stuff, some of my reels and stuff like that, so you can see how good they were doing. But they started to do really good, and once I did that one event, I think that's what inspired me to just kind of keep going because a lot of people were interested. Now, what's unique about this pot is, or the sneaker holder is, it has a hole there. Sorry if you can't see that. So I started by making these pots and painting them myself. These are all hand painted. This was just one colors I put together that I thought would look good. But usually what I'll do is in the spring and summertime, I'll create them and I'll put some flower pots and stuff like that in them so you can get an idea on what it can be used for. This was one that I used for a flower pot, but you can also use it for like in your office for like your pens and pencils and stuff like that. That's kind of what I did with this one. So that's one unique way you can use this. You can also use it as an ashtray for my smokers out there. And then I also made one into a candle, as you can see here. Has the candle on the top there. Now this one I did a pretty bad job on. I got it pretty beat up, but this was just my example piece, so I don't really care too much about it. But just to give you an idea on what they come out to look like. Now the paint is chipping on this because I didn't put any paint protector on it, because this was simply just a example of what the candle will look like. But I will be making some new candles here pretty soon because, like I said, it is fall and winter, and these usually do the best. I also started making some smaller ones because they're much lighter than the bigger ones. And honestly, I kind of like these smaller ones better, just because they're a lot more easier to carry. They don't have a big hole like the other one, so you probably can't put like a planner or anything in it. But you can still use it for like pencils and pens in your office. You can use it as an ashtray. And we do make these into candles as well. So the inside will be a candle, so that way you can keep the shoe for a long time. We use a really tough paint protector to protect the paint over time, and so that the cement itself doesn't crack, because that is the problem. Once it gets really cold, they like to start cracking on you. So we put a nice sealant on it so it doesn't do that, and over time they just last a lot longer. So moral of the story is, get started with things that you are interested in. Don't wait till it's too late. This was another one that I created. It is the J Balvin 3. I did the best I could on this paint job, but some of you guys are probably better painters than me. So if I can paint something like this, and I'm not at all an art person at all, I'm pretty sure you guys can do a much better job. I will have a link to my website where you can actually order the plain ones, or if you want to put in a custom order, I will have a link for that as well. I also started up an Etsy shop. That way people can access them through Etsy, because I feel like a lot of people purchase things on Etsy for like birthdays and holidays, or just decorations in general. So of course I did open up an Etsy shop for these, and that's where you would go if you wanted to purchase one. Of course I have Instagram channel for it as well, and a TikTok as well for it, so you can purchase from there. But for the most part, it all routes you to the Etsy website, because that's the easiest way to get going. I did have a Shopify website just because I kind of wanted it to have its own website, but it costs to run the Shopify monthly, and I didn't really want to pay if I didn't have to. Now Etsy, I think they charge like 20 cents per posting every 3 months or something like that. So I felt that was a lot more reasonable than just paying $10, or actually it might be more. I think it's like $30 to run on Shopify every month. Now, I am doing this myself. I don't have much help with making these, so I didn't want to have a lot of orders flooding in to where I wouldn't be able to keep up. But Etsy has been keeping it pretty light and pretty easy on me, so I do appreciate that. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. I will go into a deep dive and show you guys how I make these, because I got to get busy, because I got holiday season coming up and I want to have some candles made for you guys. So if you want to check one of these out, I'm actually going to be giving a couple of them away right here once we reach 7,000 subscribers. So once we reach 7,000 subscribers, I will be giving away one of these shoe holders / sneaker pots to whoever once we reach 7,000 subscribers. All right, and of course $100. So that being said, check out the Etsy shop in the description box below. Let me know which colorway you guys would want to see me color or paint next. I am working on a Black Cement 3, because the Black Cement 3s will be releasing soon. So we're going to do that one. And I think I'm going to do the bread ones. I think those are coming out next year. So I try to stick to what shoes are coming out at the time being. So that being said, that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions or have any comments you want to leave down below on colorways I should paint next, leave it in the comment box. All right, Scoofy here. Subscribe to the channel, invite your friends and family, and I'm out.